welcome back. Lucian Carnival is set to sound off on Sunday, May 24th at Salmons Park. The best of St. Lucia's soca artists will take to the stage with costume bands showcasing their offerings for 2015. The Carnival Planning Management Agency has been hard at work putting the finishing touches to this year's parade. Here's a closer look.
It is being described as an odyssey, journey into Carnival. That show will take place on Sunday, May 24th at Salmons Park from 4 p.m. The very best of local calypso and soca artists will be in the lineup, which so far appears to be male-dominated. Former calypso queen Minel is in the mix. All the reigning monarchs will be there, including Wally, the calypso king. The soca bands will be very well represented, with Evolution, DYP and the TG Project all seeking to position themselves for the 2015 Carnival season. The media launch of Carnival took place as the Jazz and Arts Festival was into its key activities. The Carnival Planning and Promotion Agency, CPMA, and Carnival stakeholders received good news from the Minister for the Creative Industries. The budget was going to be increased to a satisfactory level.
The stakeholders will be very satisfied that for the first time, the government has recognized and listened to the pleas of the various stakeholders, the pleas of the Ministry of Tourism, Heritage and Creative Industries. And this year, for the first time, we're going to get a budget for Carnival that we are very pleased with, very satisfied with.
So we do welcome that continued support. And that is why the onus is really on us to show Slate for what we can do with it in putting on a festival that is of a very high quality. And I think what we saw in 2014 is only a start of it. And we are seeing some of the results right now, even before the jazz season, with a lot of the initiatives that commenced in 2014 and beginning to bear fruit in 2015.
The Minister expressed his pleasure with the performance of the CPMA over the last year and the approach so far this year. It is easier to convince central government to sponsor an event that is organized and has serious export potential.
The fact that the CPMA is a well-oiled and well-structured machine which is out there looking at the general interests of Carnival as a whole and the individual stakeholders who comprise the product that we call St. Lucia Carnival. And you can clearly see that their efforts towards developing each of these areas is significant. And they need to thank the CPMA for the efforts that they have put into the development of Carnival.
Carnival preparations were off to an early start this year with band launches at the start of 2015, and music studios have been actively releasing new music well ahead of the launch of Carnival.
This year is a first. This year we've seen bands launch from as early as January. We've seen bands prepared from a very early stage. Now what that does, that enables us to create the backdrop which the Tourist Board actually needs in order to engage in the active marketing of Carnival and doing things which in fact will endure to the benefit of the individual bands themselves. There is a very active program for the marketing of Carnival within the Caribbean region, and it forms a key part of our regional marketing within the St. Lucia Tourist Board because we believe that greater numbers are in fact attainable through the Caribbean markets. So this is an active program that we have. But the much earlier launching of Carnival, which we have at this stage, and the much earlier preparation, not just of the Carnival bands, but of the various stakeholders, enable us to take that Carnival product, bring it out when we do our international marketing of the destination, and hopefully get a greater and broader outreach to Carnival as a true and enjoyable St. Lucian product.
There will be a major change to the agency planning and executing Carnival. The CPMA, which managed Carnival at a critical crossroad, will cease to exist after the 2015 Carnival celebrations. A Festivals Commission with responsibility for jazz and arts will also have responsibility for Carnival and other national events.
And what the Festivals Commission is going to do, it's going to be responsible for the production of all of our calendar events, which will include jazz, which will include Carnival, some of the other activities which generally have found themselves within the calendars of some of the individual organizations such as the FRC and CDF. So what there will be is this, an organization which has a designated responsibility to deal with all events and will ensure that we can start from a very early stage with respect to the preparation of not just Carnival, but the other activities that find themselves on St. Lucia's calendar.
The chairman of the CPMA, Lyndon Arnold, is anticipating less controversy in Carnival 2015, and so far he is pleased with the camaraderie of stakeholders. It's been cordial and constructive.
We've had very productive and cordial meetings with all the stakeholders. We've agreed to disagree and we've agreed to work together to advance the plans of Carnival where applicable. There will never always be agreement between all the stakeholders or parties involved in Carnival. But what is fundamentally important is to agree, sit down across the table and deal with the issues there, and then we can move the process forward.
The CPMA is also focusing on making Carnival more appealing to a wider Caribbean and metropolitan audience. But for that, it needs a product that has global appeal.
So the quality of the product is of paramount importance, where it must be exportable for us to take on the initiative.
Of course, we will get some evidence of the promised quality of music, costumes, events and experience at the launch on Sunday. All stakeholders are advanced in their preparation, and that will become apparent come Sunday at Salmons Park.